I'm Johnny HP. On the dyno today we have a Chevy small block 350. It is actually a retired Marine Vortec engine. Bottom end is bone stock, has stock pistons, stock rods, stock crank. The pistons have a slight dish to it, got 9-to-1 compression. We have Vortec heads on it that all we did was just a bone stock valve job on it to clean it up. Going back to the bottom half, we just dingo ball honed it, put new bearings and rings in it, and we're gonna let her eat. It's got a 235, 237 duration camshaft in it, that's at 50. 487 lift on both sides, 112 LSA, and it's put in about 4 degrees advanced. We have a Edelbrock dual plane performer intake manifold on it. It's probably a little too small for what we're trying to do with this engine, but it's what I had laying around, so that's what we put on it. We've got a 2-inch carb spacer on it. The motor actually liked it due to the fact that the intake's too small for this combination. A race carburetor, 4-barrel Holley, 750 double pump. And at the moment we have the cheap eBay fake ram horn exhaust manifolds on it with 2-inch collector, if you want to call it that. Let's see what it does. So with the exhaust manifolds, the engine made 365.2 horsepower at 5,900 RPMs and 365.7 foot-pounds of torque at 4,400 RPMs. We now have a set of Schoenfeld dyno headers on it. Yes, I know it's dyno headers, but this is what we have. This is what fits our dyno. It's 1 5/8 primaries to a 3-inch collector, and the rest of our dyno is 3-inch to a 4-inch and then out. The 1 5/8 headers, we made 385.8 horsepower at 5,700 RPMs and 392 foot-pounds of torque at 4,500 RPMs, which is a gain of 20 horsepower and a gain of 20 foot-pounds of torque. And when we look at the comparison graph, we can see the horsepower and torque gains across the RPM range. And if you look at the light blue lines on the graph, they represent the intake airflow through the carburetor. And as you can see, the headers allowed the engine to breathe better, and the engine consumed 15 to 20 CFM more than it did with the exhaust manifolds. If some is good, then more is better, right? Now we're going to try the 1 3/4 primary headers versus the 1 5/8 that we just made. The 1 3/4 headers made 390 horsepower at 5,900 RPMs and 385 foot-pounds of torque at 4,600 RPMs. The peak horsepower went up an additional 5 horsepower compared to the 1 5/8 header. However, as expected, peak torque dropped 7 foot-pounds with the 1 3/4 headers. When we look at the comparison graph, it shows from 3,500 to 5,200 RPMs, the engine was down on power and torque with the 1 3/4 headers. But above 5,200 is where we see a gain in power and torque over the 1 5/8 headers. The airflow numbers also dropped considerably through the RPM range, indicating the engine is less efficient with the engine 3/4 header. VE, or volumetric efficiency, backs this up as well. We saw an average VE of 90.3% with the bigger header as compared to 92.9% with the smaller header. And the exhaust manifolds, the average VE was 89.4%. When it comes to bottom end torque, bigger is not always better. Considering this engine combination would be more of a street engine than a race engine, I'd go with the smaller header for the extra torque on the street.